Hey there, friend. Do you ever find yourself lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, wishing sleep would just sweep you away like it used to? Maybe your mind's racing with thoughts about the day, or you're tossing and turning because your body just doesn't feel quite right. If you're nodding along, you're not alone. So many of us over 60 know that feeling all too well. Those restless nights that leave us dragging through the next day, wondering if we'll ever feel refreshed again. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. A few simple nighttime routines can make a world of difference, not just for your sleep, but for your energy, your mood, and even how long you feel vibrant and healthy. Today, I want to share 4 nighttime routines that are like a warm hug for your body and mind. Routines designed especially for us, folks over 65, to help us sleep better and live longer, fuller lives. These aren't complicated tricks or expensive gadgets. They're practical, down-to-earth habits that I've seen work wonders, both in my own life and for so many others. So, grab a cozy blanket, maybe a cup of tea, and let's dive into this together. By the end, you'll have a handful of ideas you can start tonight to wake up feeling like the best version of yourself. Let's start with something we all know, but don't always do: creating a calm and peaceful bedroom environment. Think about your bedroom for a second. Is it a place that feels like a sanctuary, or is it more like a catch-all for life's clutter? For years, my own bedroom was a bit of both: a cozy bed, but also a pile of laundry in the corner, a TV blaring late-night shows, and a phone buzzing with notifications. I didn't realize how much all that was keeping me from sleeping well. Our brains and bodies need a signal that it's time to wind down, especially as we get older, because our sleep patterns change. After 65, our bodies produce less melatonin, that sleepy time hormone, and we're more sensitive to distractions like light and noise. So, how do we make our bedroom a sleep haven? Start with the lighting. Those bright overhead lights or even the blue glow from your phone or TV can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Try switching to soft, warm lighting in the evening. Think lamps with low wattage bulbs or even those amber-colored nightlights. I know a lovely woman named Margaret, who's 72, and she told me she started using blackout curtains in her bedroom. She said it was like giving her eyes permission to rest. Within a week, she was falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. It's amazing what a little darkness can do. Then there's the clutter. A messy bedroom can make your mind feel cluttered too. You don't need to go full Marie Kondo, but try clearing off your nightstand or moving that pile of clothes to another room. Keep things simple: just your bed, a lamp, maybe a book or a journal. And speaking of beds, make sure yours is comfortable. If your mattress is older than a decade, it might be time to consider a new one. I remember my friend Tom, who's 68, joking that his old mattress felt like sleeping on a bag of potatoes. When he finally upgraded, he said it was like a vacation every night. Your bed should feel like an invitation to rest, not a wrestling match. Oh, and one more thing about your bedroom. Keep it cool. Our bodies sleep best at around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I know, it sounds chilly, but even cracking a window or using a fan can help. My neighbor Susan swears by her lightweight cotton sheets and a single blanket, even in winter. She says it's like her body sighs with relief when she slips into bed. So tonight, take a look around your bedroom. Dim the lights, clear the clutter, and make it a place that says, "Rest easy." Your body will thank you. Now, let's talk about something that's just as important but often overlooked: what you do in the hour before bed. I call this the wind-down window, and it's like giving your mind a gentle off-ramp from the day. So many of us are used to watching TV or scrolling through our phones right up until we turn out the light, but those habits can keep us wired. The blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, and those exciting shows or endless news feeds get our brains buzzing when they should be slowing down. Instead, try building a little ritual that feels like a treat. One thing that's worked for me is swapping screen time for something soothing. Maybe it's reading a good book, not a thriller that keeps you up, but something light, like a cozy mystery or even a poetry collection. My friend Clara, who's 70, started reading a few pages of her favorite novel every night, and she says it's like a signal to her brain that it's time to relax. If reading's not your thing, try listening to calming music or an audiobook. There's something about a gentle voice or soft piano notes that can melt the day's stress away. Another idea is to do some light stretching or deep breathing. I know. Exercise at night sounds like the opposite of relaxing, but hear me out. Just 5 minutes of gentle stretches, like reaching for the sky or rolling your shoulders, can release tension in your body. Pair that with slow, deep breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6, and it's like a lullaby for your nervous system. My cousin Ed, who's 66, started doing this after dinner, and he says he sleeps like a baby now. He even jokes that he's become one of those yoga people without stepping foot in a studio. And here's a little tip that feels like a luxury. Sip something warm and caffeine-free. A cup of chamomile tea or warm milk with a pinch of cinnamon can be so comforting. Just steer clear of alcohol or sugary drinks. They might make you drowsy at first, but they'll disrupt your sleep later. I remember my mom, bless her, used to swear by her sleepy tea every night, and she'd be out like a light by 10 p.m. The key is to make this wind-down time special, something you look forward to. It's not just about sleep, it's about giving yourself a moment of peace in a busy world. Speaking of peace, let's talk about calming your mind before bed. If you're anything like me, your brain loves to replay the day's worries the minute your head hits the pillow. Did I forget to call someone? Did I lock the back door? What's tomorrow going to bring? That mental chatter can steal your sleep, and as we age, stress can hit us harder. So let's give that busy mind of yours a break. With a couple of simple tricks, one of my favorite ways to quiet those thoughts is with a gratitude practice. It sounds fancy, but it's really just taking a moment to think of 3 things from your day that made you smile. Maybe it was a chat with a grandchild, a beautiful sunset, or even just a really good cup of coffee. I started doing this a few years ago, and it's like flipping a switch. My mind stops racing and starts settling. My friend Dorothy, who's 75, keeps a little notebook by her bed and jots down her 3 things every night. She says it's like tucking her worries away and focusing on the good stuff. Another way to calm your mind is with a short meditation or prayer, whatever feels right for you. You don't need to be a Zen master. Just sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for a minute or 2. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just gently bring it back. Or if prayer is your thing, a heartfelt moment of reflection can do wonders. I know a gentleman named Harold, who's 80, and he says his nightly prayer is like a conversation with an old friend. It leaves him feeling peaceful and ready for sleep. And if your worries are really stubborn, try keeping a small notepad by your bed. Jot down anything that's nagging at you, tasks for tomorrow, a quick thought, and tell yourself it's handled for now. It's like giving your brain permission to let go. I tried this after a friend suggested it, and I was amazed at how much lighter I felt. It's such a simple thing, but it's like telling your mind, we'll deal with this tomorrow. And most of the time, tomorrow feels a lot more manageable after a good night's sleep. Now, let's talk about one last routine that ties everything together. Consistency. I know, routines can sound boring, but hear me out. This one's a game changer. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps your body find its natural rhythm. After 65, our internal clocks can get a little wonky, and irregular sleep schedules can make it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. By sticking to a schedule, you're training your body to know when it's time to rest and when it's time to rise. I learned this the hard way. For years, I'd stay up late watching movies on Friday nights, sleep in on Saturdays, and then wonder why I felt groggy all week. When I started going to bed around 10:30 every night and waking up at 7, it was like my body finally got the memo. My friend Ruth, who's 69, had a similar experience. She used to stay up past midnight reading, but when she set a bedtime of 11 p.m., she noticed she had more energy for her morning walks. She even started waking up without an alarm, which she says feels like a small miracle. To make this easier, try setting a gentle reminder, like an alarm on your phone or a cue like brushing your teeth, to start your wind-down routine at the same time each night. And don't worry if you can't be perfect. Even aiming for consistency most nights will make a difference. The goal is to give your body a rhythm it can rely on, like a steady heartbeat. It's not about being rigid. It's about giving yourself the gift of predictability in a world that's anything but. As we wrap up, let's think about what we've covered. We talked about turning your bedroom into a sleep sanctuary with soft lighting, a clutter-free space, and a cool, comfy vibe. We explored how to create a wind-down window with soothing activities like reading, stretching, or sipping tea. We looked at ways to quiet a busy mind with gratitude, meditation, or a simple notepad. And we touched on the power of a consistent sleep schedule to help your body find its groove. These aren't big, overwhelming changes. They're small, intentional steps that add up to better sleep and, honestly, a better life. I want you to know that you deserve nights that leave you feeling rested and days that feel full of possibility. Getting older doesn't mean settling for less. It means finding what works for you and embracing it. So, tonight, pick one of these routines to try. Maybe dim the lights in your bedroom or jot down 3 things you're grateful for. Start small and let it grow from there. You've got this. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Drop a comment below and let me know which routine you're going to try or share a sleep tip that's worked for you. And if you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more folks who might need a little encouragement. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can keep chatting about ways to live your best life after 65. Here's to sweet dreams and brighter days. I'll see you soon.